I think every piece of legislation in Congress is an uphill climb. Nothing is easy here. And this issue is particularly fraught with lots of politics and personal experience. Cuban Americans who immigrated from Cuba to the United States have strong feelings on both sides of these issues. Both sides of this issue. And so I don't think anything is easy about it, but this is, in my time of dealing with this topic, is probably the best opportunity we've had to see its cause advance.
I would agree. I think a lot will depend on the majority leader and the Republican caucus in both the Senate and the House. They have the helm, but I think if they decide this is going to go forward, it can and will. I think the support is there. The polls, the national polls, are 2/3 of the people want this to happen. And there are some residual political issues, but even those are changing. I've met with Cuban Americans from Florida, and it's really somewhat a generational thing. The younger generation that are born and raised in America are much less passionate. There are going to be people who are just going to be mad as hell and not want this to happen. But I think by and large the public supports it, and I think there's support here in the Congress, but that's got to translate into the mechanics of getting the bill done. That's why I'm partnering up with a leading Republican here.
What Angus said has got a lot of truth. When I offered an amendment in 2000, I was opposed by the Republican leadership of the House, and they assured me that they would defeat my amendment. It passed 301 to 114, a majority of Republicans, a majority of Democrats. And I think that's clear. We have perhaps similar circumstances in which the mechanics of getting it done, there are certain senators, members of Congress, of the House and Senate, in specific positions in which they have the ability to make the passage of this legislation very difficult. But if a vote is taken, I think we will find that a majority of Republicans, a majority of Democrats in both the House and Senate still think it's time to do something different with Cuba than what we've been doing for nearly 60 years.
And I could commit to 50% of the independent caucus.
We might carry the independent caucus overwhelmingly.